of beautiful gowns, colorful flowers, cake, dancing, champagne, and not to mention several months of planning and an empty pocketbook at the end of the day. Well, typically that's how it goes. According to HuffingtonPost.com, the average wedding in 2012 cost $28,427. If that's compared to the annual income of an individual of the United States, reported by BLS.gov, which is $45,790, the average cost of a wedding is half of a person's annual income. Have no fear though, because planning a wedding does not have to be as difficult as it seems. Even if you're on a tight budget with a financial or from a distance and in less than 40 days. The process of planning a wedding from opposite ends of the country on a time and financial crunch takes being diligent, financially aware, and easygoing. Planning a wedding in 40 days takes being diligent. There is not a lot of time to take a lot of time to make major decisions. For a wedding that is across the country, internet and telephone are essential. One way to make speedy decisions is to do some research online. There are many websites that have pictures of their products, so it's easy for the customer to know what they are buying, like cakes and flowers. It is also easy to read online reviews to know what is the best bakery and florist in town. Also, finding a dress is usually a several-month process. For someone who's planning it in a short time frame, you need to know what type of dress you're looking for before you go shopping. It is crucial that the bride checks with the alterations department to make sure the dress will be finished before the wedding. After a bride receives her dress, it is important for her to find a garment bag to travel with. A good place to find a garment bag is at the Goodwill. They are usually decently inexpensive and in pretty good shape. Being diligent is essential for the process of planning a wedding on a short time frame. Speaking of inexpensive, it is not impossible to plan a wedding on a short or a tight budget. Not everyone has $28,000 to spend on a wedding, and not everyone has their parents to help them. That is not a reason to not have a dream wedding, though. One way to save a lot of money is to hand-make things. One thing that you can hand-make is a veil. Buying a piece of tulle and attaching it to a styling clip can cost as low as $5, and that is compared to the average cost of a veil at David's Bridal, which is anywhere between $50 and $250. Another way to save money is to plan to have a small wedding party. Decreasing the amount of flowers you have to buy, the bridesmaids and groomsmen's gift can save a couple hundreds of dollars. Also regarding the bridal party, a bride should consider fake flowers for her bridal party. Most brides probably prefer real flowers, but there's not a problem with the bridesmaids having fake flowers. One more huge way to save money is on the dress. When a bride goes dress shopping, start in the sale section. Many of these dresses are discounted simply because they are last season styles. But that does not mean that they wouldn't appeal to many brides. Many of these dresses can be discounted up to 80%, which is a significant decrease than regular price dresses. Though many weddings cost several $1,000s, it is not impossible to have a dream wedding on a tight budget. Though being diligent and financially savvy are important when in the process of planning a wedding, the most important thing is to be easygoing. Nothing is more important than realizing that everything does not have to be perfect and uniformed. One way to be easygoing, which is a popular trend in today's weddings, is to let the bridesmaids choose their dress. Within a color palette the couple chooses, there's nothing more gratifying than knowing the girls are comfortable and confident on your big day as well. Doing this also relieves stress from the bride because they don't have to worry about finding one dress that appeals to the bride bride's liking and all the girls' likings. It is important for the friends and family of the bride that are helping her get ready to remind her that the day is about her. If she is late for the ceremony, like many brides are, remind her that the ceremony will not start without her. One good tip to remember is that if the bride does not need to know of something that has gone wrong, don't tell her, because there is no reason to stress out the bride of something that is not in her control. Keeping the bride and groom relaxed on their big day will allow the day to flow smoothly and encourage an easygoing attitude. Overall, the wedding process within nearly impossible conditions is not impossible. Doing it with the time and financial strain, as well as a distance to conquer, the day will go smoothly as long as the bride and groom stay diligent, are financially aware, and easygoing. Thousands of dollars and months of planning are not always necessary to have an amazing day. If couples make a list of the most important details that they want to include in their day, they will have a day to remember